So, the Resident Evil Netflix series has finally been announced, or officially confirmed, and it's going to center on, it's going to focus on Wesker's children. If it's centered on Jake Mueller and a secret Wesker child, that would be fine, but it seems like they're going to do what they did with the movies and just completely ignore the fact that, the games exist and do their own fan fiction thing. So, whereas previously I was pretty excited, I'm actually extremely disappointed now. Hopefully they change it. I mean, fuck, if they don't change it and they want to make another series, hire me as a writer. I know exactly what I want. I know how to get you money. I will work for free. I swear. Please don't fuck this up. I know this is not exactly a good, what do you call it, an application, I guess, or an audition? No, none of those. It's not exactly a good pitch. Hire me, don't fuck it up, But I know exactly how this should work, and it's not working. This is just gonna bomb. This is gonna be a disaster. I'm sorry, I'm trying to help prevent you from hemorrhaging money, because I swear it's gonna happen. I mean, if this bombs and you decide to be tone deaf again and you make a season 2 or a spin-off series, you will be hemorrhaging money. If this doesn't work, Netflix will likely not renew, and if they do, it will be at a cheaper price. I know how business works loosely, and I know what I want out of Resident Evil. So, I'm warning you. This isn't even a threat. I'm not being like, oh, you messed this up, I'm gonna kill you. That's not what I'm saying here. I am looking out for you. Please, be careful. Tread carefully. You're ignoring that Jake Mueller exists. Or Jake Wesker, whatever you want to call him. And you're focusing on Billy and someone else that are Wesker's children. This just seems like you're doing an Alice again. Whereas I think Alice had some redeeming qualities and it would be awesome if she was in a Resident Evil game. I don't know what you're doing, man. Man, be careful. Tread carefully. This was not what I had in mind. Go watch my original video. The show has not officially started development, I don't think. They got like a pitch for Netflix, and Netflix bought the pitch. But guys, it doesn't have to be this way. If you're not gonna hire me, at least, watch my other video. It detailed exactly what should happen. Because it feels like the series is going to have nothing to do with Resident Evil aside from zombies. And at that point, why aren't you just making a Dawn of the Dead movie? I don't want the series to be garbage. Okay? I'm looking out for you, man. I'm trying to make you money. I swear, I will work for free. Don't do this to me. I am pleading with you now. Please, don't do this. I am begging you. I will have a highlight of some of the best moments in the Resident Evil series, for which you guys should pull from. But you gotta really understand the characters and where they're coming from. Because if you just put these moments in there, like you did before with the movie, it's not gonna make any sense. What was it, the 5th movie? Where, like, Wesker is talking to Chris, but they've never met prior to this movie? And then you killed him with a fucking door? Please, man. I'm begging you. Don't do this to me. Okay? I want what's good. I want what's best for you, okay? I do not want you to file for bankruptcy. And I'm seriously, I'm looking out for you, man. Alright? This has been Michael Davis, I guess. Signing off. Later, man.
Just accept your fate.
I'll get the rocket launcher.
You can't hide forever.
I'll get the rocket launcher. Chris, I need a warhead.
You're finished.
I'll get a rocket.
Ah, there you are. Ignorant crate.
Do it now! Give him a shot!
Did it work?
I think so.
It seems I may have underestimated you, Chris.
Save it, Wesker. There's no one left to help you now.
I don't need anyone else. I have Ouroboros. In less than 5 minutes, we'll reach the optimal altitude for missile deployment. Ouroboros will be released into the atmosphere, ensuring complete global saturation. Your feeble attempts only delay the inevitable. The entire world will be infected. A new Genesis is at hand, and I will be the creator.
I've had enough of your bullshit! You're just another one of Umbrella's leftovers.
You know what we have to do.
All right, I'll go for the override lever. Cover me.
You'll pay for that!
Hang on!
I'm taking the two of you with me!
Like hell you will!
So I was playing Resident Evil 6, and I was on chapter 4, maybe, of Chris's story, and I was like, man, I don't really like this Piers guy. He just seems like kind of a generic soldier. But I think in like Resident Evil 9, because he doesn't fit in with what they're doing in Resident Evil 7 and 8, I figure in Resident Evil 9, it would be really cool to catch up with him, or whatever. And see where he
I should have killed you years
see where he
ago.
goes with his character progression.
Chris.
Because I thought he had a lot of
Your
great
mistake.
potential.
It's over, Wesker!
And fortunately, in chapter 5, some of that potential is met, is reached.
Just getting started.
But then they went and killed him off, and I was like, oh, damn it. He's not for sure dead. It's one of those deaths where you're like, he could be alright. But I don't buy it. That, and he injected himself with the C-virus. So, he could save Chris, and like that's the only reason he could still maybe be alive. But at the same time, I feel like there's no curing that. My dude lost an arm. There's no coming back from that. He lost an arm. He got his and obviously yeah, you can't come back from losing an arm. That was really stupid on my part. But the manner in which it happened, like play the game. There's no way he's coming back from that. From anything that happened in that final act, there's no coming back from it. And then I beat the game with all the characters and unlocked or I beat the game, all of its different campaigns and stuff. And I got the a cutscene called A New Purpose, and it, you know, it follows Jacob and whatever. Jake Mueller / West Virginia. So yeah, it's kind of a neat little cutscene, but I was like, that's really kind of weird and underwhelming. I played Ada's campaign first, and apparently you're supposed to play that last. I guess the order in which you're supposed to play them is the order in which they're lined up. But, with the exception of Prelude. But, it just didn't happen, you know? Also, what the fuck? So, Leon, like, the tutorial mission, the Prelude, is just not canon. You have to take care of, Elena as Leon. And then, like, sorry, I'm like, my brain is not working right now. You take care of Helena as Leon, and, she's, like, really injured. I don't really know how, but, you know, you gotta, like, be careful. And then, I was playing as Ada, and I was like, oh! So, that tutorial mission is the first mission of, or the tutorial mission is the last mission in the story mode, or in the campaign. I was like, well, that's kind of neat. But it doesn't really make sense to me, because Leon and Helena were hiding from the helicopter that, you know, but, in both Leon's campaign and in, Ada's campaign, Ada is the one piloting the helicopter. Also, I don't know what, like, in Resident Evil 8, I never noticed this before, but the beginning of the trailer, and I don't know how I missed this, it says his story comes to an end, and I'm like, well, who are we talking about, Ethan? Hopefully Ethan. I mean, if they kill off Chris Redfield, I'm gonna be kind of pissed. Just gonna be like, whoa, how dare you. Have you guys read that Jimmy Olsen and Dexter team up comic book? I think it's called like Leviathan Rising or something. And Jimmy Olsen ends up having a one-night stand with this cat burglar. And this cat burglar also stole Dexter's ring. And so Dexter's dying because a Red Lantern can't take off their ring unless they're Supergirl, and that just never goes explained. But Dexter, he's like alive for a while, but he's dying. So that's the little cat that I named my cat after. But Dexter, fuck, I mixed him up with my cat there for a second. You know, so he's just like spitting up all this blood and whatever, and it just soaks Jimmy's room. And there's this one panel with his mouth open, and he's just in shock at how much blood he's just vomited. It's like done as a comedy thing. There's no actual... Dexter's not going to die, just for the record, guys. And he's not in any pain, he's just vomiting a lot of blood. So anyways, that was just me. Like, if they kill off Chris, that would be me. It's just like, wow. That one panel where he's just like, So, yeah, I don't think they're saying his story comes to an end, and they're trying to make you think it's Chris. You could say that I'm in denial, but it's Ethan. Ethan Winters, I think is his name. I'm gonna have to look that up again, actually. Hey, I was actually right. I made a guess, and I was right. Ethan Winters. So, yeah, anyways. I was like, they want you to they want you to think it's Chris Redfield, but what I'm hoping is they just don't have any ideas for Ethan Winters, so they want to kill him off instead. Ethan could have some great potential. I don't know anything about the game though. RE7 intentionally. The only thing I know about is Not a Hero and the final boss. I didn't want to know these things, but I know them. So, you know. But Ethan Winters, yeah, I think he's gonna be the one who gets killed off. Chris Redfield, dude's fucking immortal. Besides, it'd be really weird for him to kill off Chris. Because Chris's final cutscene in RE6 is, he says, like, he says, or the guy, he just tells Chris that they've got new orders, and then the final cutscene is called "The War Isn't Over," and it's like, okay, but where does this? What was the point of this whole cutscene if RE8 is going to be the end of his story? When I suppose RE7 is next in line. But, like, this is a different war altogether. Am I thinking something else? Did they just mean, like, the war on bioterrorism isn't over, or... Because, I mean, this is a different war, right? I don't know anything about RE7, so I guess it might connect to RE6 a little bit more than I thought. And I don't know that much about Not a Hero. All I know is that, like, Chris has this... I think he's wearing like some sort of weird suit because he's got this like Halo style HUD, and he's in this underground area or something like that. I don't know. It was weird. I first looked at it and I was like, "Is this the new fucking Halo? What's going on?" So, yeah, I don't know much about RE7, so I'm kind of a fucking clueless dumbass when it comes to that. I have the money to get RE7 and the first RE game. And I kind of want to do that, but I think I'm just going to get those on PlayStation. Well, if I can't get RE1 and RE0 on PlayStation, I'll get those on Xbox One, but yeah, I'm hoping to get those on PlayStation. RE7 also, because that has a VR mode. I know VR is probably like a fad. No one seems to be doing a whole lot with it anymore. But come on, how can I not play that game with VR? I mean, because then I could be like, dude, I think I just shit myself in the game. And then I take off the mask and I'm like, no, I shit myself in real life. I mean, you know, I want to be scared shitless. Because fucking RE1, or not RE1, RE2 remake and RE3 remake, I was scared to death, and yet I could still see that it was a TV. Imagine playing that in VR. I think, for a second there, I might even just forget that I'm playing a game. That'd be awesome. So, yeah. The RE8, I'm hoping it has VR support, but it's not even going to be on PlayStation 4. It's going to be on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Kind of a bummer. I'll just have to stay away from spoilers on that game. Hopefully that's easy to do. Because, man, I fucking love Resident Evil. I wasn't, like, a hardcore fan a while ago. Like, I saw Chris, Wesker, Jill, and Nemesis in Ultimate Marvel 3. Back when I first played that game. I didn't even know who they were. I was like, Chris, Wesker, they're pretty cool. I didn't really appreciate that game as much as I do now. It was still one of my favorite games, but I was just like, But now, I was playing it, But when I first started playing it again, I was like, oh, holy fuck, I know those guys. And then, when the Resident Evil 2 remake came out, I played a little bit of that, and I wasn't like sold on it because there's this one part where I had to do like this chess piece puzzle that I didn't like, and there was a zombie that kept spawning in there, and I was out of ammo and I couldn't find it anymore. And the zombie wouldn't die, no matter how much I knifed it. So I kept dying, and I kept getting real pissed off. So I dropped it for like 4 months, and then. Not 4 months, no, actually, because RA3 remake came out when I picked that one back up. But I got excited for the Resident Evil 3 remake, so I went back and played the Resident Evil 2 remake, and I was like, you know what, this is the fucking shit. And then I've beaten it 4 times, and then I beat the Resident Evil 4 remake like 4 times. So, I got real fucking, I'm like obsessive with it now. Basically anything Capcom does, I now have like an appreciation for. I especially like Marvel vs. Capcom. Like, dudes, Batman is like my favorite thing ever. But I'm more excited for the possibility of Marvel vs. Capcom than I am of a new Batman game. Because Batman is just one thing that I like. Marvel vs. Capcom is a bunch of things that I like, wrapped up into one. Basically everything in the Marvel universe I'm cool with, except for the new fucking Warriors. Get those the fuck away from me. And the the what's-its, motherfucker. And like basically anything Capcom does. I haven't played all of Capcom's works. Like, I've never touched Captain Commando, Rival Schools, Puzzle Fighter. I haven't touched any of that stuff. So I don't really know shit about it. But ow. But Capcom and Marvel just teaming up to do another one of those would be fucking awesome. Plus the post-credit scene with Thanos, that it annoys me to no end that I don't know where that goes. Does the Hadoken kill Death? Does it not? And if Thanos kills Death, do all the dead guys come back to life? Or does people just stop dying? Does Death kill Thanos? How does this work? What is happening here? Yo, Capcom. I like this drink. Another. That was not the line I budged. I'm fucking stupid, okay? That was stupid. I'm dumb. Alright, I'm leaving. Bye. Peace. I'm out. So, I'm doing a Resident Evil 2 playthrough. I've uploaded the... I'm trying to get the algorithm to like me more. So, I'm doing like 2 videos a day now. I'm trying anyways. As of right now, I've actually had 5 videos go up today, so... You know, I done fucked up already. But, I have, 5 videos scheduled. One for tomorrow, and on the 23rd, I have Dead Rising Part 1 and Resident Evil 2 Part 1. And then on the 24th, I have Dead Rising Part 2 and Resident Evil 2 Part 2. So that's kind of what I'm trying. If this video goes out too late, then you'll already know all of this. But I really just wanted to announce that I'm making a Marvel vs. Capcom timeline video, piecing stuff together, and unfortunately the pieces don't fit all the way. Sorry about that interruption. I'm back. What was I going on about? Yeah, I'm making a Marvel vs. Capcom timeline video, and the pieces don't line up all the way. I don't think they were ever supposed to, but I had a few theories on how this all worked out, so I won't spoil too much. I want to be able to do this video before, you know, whatever. Also, I'm thinking about hiring someone to, or not hiring, purchasing someone's like videos on some of these games, so I can use them. I'll pay someone, I guess. So I can use it, because I don't have access to the Punisher game, and I don't have access to X-Men vs. Street Fighter, or Marvel vs. Capcom, or Marvel vs. Capcom 2, or anything like that. Legit, I only have access to Infinite and Ultimate 3, so, you know, whatever. But I got a bunch of stuff that I'm working on. I don't want to spoil too much, so I'll just say that Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is the beginning of the series, and Marvel vs. Capcom Origins, or you know, the first game as it's known, is like right after. Well, actually, X-Men vs. Street Fighter and Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, which were the same game, basically. So I put them on the same spot. Those are actually immediately after Infinite. You know, I couldn't find out a reason why the X-Men, or the, like, everyone else would be fighting Ryu and stuff. But having, X-Men vs. Street Fighter immediately after Infinite makes sense to me, because the X-Men have no idea what the fuck is going on, so obviously maybe they see Akuma or something like that, and they go after, and then they end up thinking that Ryu is aligned with Akuma. You know, maybe Charles Xavier is just all like, Cerebro, show me the most powerful mutant. And then it says, like, Shin Goku Satsu, is like his mutant power and stuff, and so then they fight fight the big fighting storm or whatever. That would be kind of neat. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to end this here. That was just them teasing my video that's coming out soon. So, later. Bye, guys. So this is not a review, this is a theory. But I was thinking it would be awesome in Titans Season 3 if there were 2 Titans divisions. They have not officially called the new one Teen Titans. But, like, you know, and both of them would be led by Dick Grayson. But they would have different, or Nightwing, I guess. But they would have different members, and they would cross over every now and then. But I just think if the show does this, like how the X-Men have all these different dynamics, or have all these different teams, but they cross over a lot, I think it'd be really cool if they did this with Titans. So 2 teams, I'm thinking, of the roster. Ow, fuck. I just stubbed my toe on a fucking thing. I don't... But, so, the first team is just Titans. Wonder Girl, Hawk, Dove, Nightwing, and maybe Batgirl. Depending on how Season 3 plays out. Okay, I'm gonna have to go, but that's the season, I mean, the video is not, or the audio is not done, I just have to take a break, so I might forget where I was. But that's the Titans division. That's just Titans. Okay, so I thought I heard my parents coming into the driveway, but no, I didn't. So, I can go back to talking about the Titans divisions. So, Titans, I just went over the roster. But then another team should be the new Teen Titans, and that's what they should introduce themselves as. So Dick is always the leader of Titans, but maybe Jason can lead the new Teen Titans every now and then. I think that would lead for an interesting dynamic. But the new Teen Titans, again, most of the time Dick is the leader. But you have Jason, depending on how Season 3 goes again, because Red Hood is confirmed, so Jason might not be the irresponsible kid anymore, and now he's Red Hood or something like that. But I think that should be saved for, like, close to the finale. If that's not how that happens, then yeah, Jason's not going to be on this roster, and he'll be promoted to Titans. Starfire also on the Starfire is one of those characters that'll switch sides a lot too. So she'll be on Titans and the new Teen Titans. So Starfire's on both teams. But Starfire, Dick, Jason, Beast Boy, Raven or Rachel, and Rose, or Jericho, depending on what the fuck happens with that. But yeah, I think that's just how you do it. And, you know, when certain missions call for it, they'll all team up anyways. I forgot to list Superboy. Superboy would also be on this team. Also, I don't think they'll put Crypto out on the field too much, but Crypto should also be on the new Teen Titans. My Crypto's over here being freaking Borky Bork because she thinks Mom and Dad are home. But I think that's what they should do, is, like, you have the Titans and the new Teen Titans. And slowly, certain members will be promoted just to Titans, and then they go back. But I just really liked the dynamic that Jason and Beast Boy have, and then that Beast Boy and Superboy have. Because it I don't know, it's just really cool, their dynamic. And I like seeing how Jason interacts with everybody, but for the most part, I think having the younger members on one team would be cool, and the older members on another. But yeah. I'm also hoping that Dick's personality will slightly, or like, change a little bit to be more like the comics. Not dramatically, of course. But, Dick is kind of bitchy all the time. And, well, I like how he is in the, original animated series from 2003 and in Arkham Knight. So if they can naturally change it, like, it has to feel natural, but if they can change it over to that, that'd be great. I mean, we don't really need a whole lot of fuck Batmans. Like, really? Well, that's all. I just really think having two divisions could change the dynamics a little bit, and there's still going to be crossover between all of them. Like, Jason will go on missions with the Titans, Starfire will go on missions with the Teen Titans, Batgirl will lead both every now and then, but most of the time it's Dick, and, you know, they can all just do whatever. I'm not saying that they should never, Beast Boy goes to Titans, any character can cross over. I'm just saying, for the most part, if you designate them into two teams, you have something better going, I think. And maybe Titans could be a lot like X-Force. The Titans can be like X-Force, where they do like the new Teen Titans are sort of the face, and the X-Force, or the X-Men are sort of like the face of Charles Xavier's team, but then you have the X-Force, which do off-the-books stuff that the X-Men can't be associated with. Deadpool and Wolverine and whatever, they go and do X-Force missions. But Wolverine and Deadpool also occasionally do just X-Men missions. So, a dynamic like that would be really cool, Just think of Teen Titans as the new X-Men, and so you got Titans and new Teen Titans versus the X-Men and the X-Force. There's also Alpha Flight and stuff like that, but let's not get into that. So that's all. I gotta tend back to my crypto. So bye.